feel scared about going to jail?
Do I feel scared? I mean, I'm concerned, but I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled about it.
I would think not.
I'm not really scared. But I'm actually looking forward to getting it over with so I can go on with my life.
The last time rap star T.I. was here, he was headed to prison. And he was just released weeks ago, and he used that time away to write a riveting book about life on the streets called Power and Beauty. Please welcome back T.I. You know, Joy is going to be so upset that she missed you. She was singing You Can Have Whatever You Like for the next week after you left.
Well, I appreciate that. What's up, Joy?
So welcome back. But we have to say, in 2009, you spent 7 months in prison for buying machine guns. Then you were released. Then 9 months later, you were sent back to prison for another 10 months because there was reports that there was 11 months. Yeah. It was reports that there was ecstasy in the car that you were driving.
Yeah.
What happened then?
What happened? Well, I was pulled over and ecstasy was found in the car I was driving. And I was, you know, I violated my probation, so they sent me back to prison for 11 months.
11 months, and you just got released.
I guess I completed that.
But now, I mean, you know, we have a warm feeling about you, but these are two rather serious charges. So are you clean and sober, and how do you stay there? How do we keep you out of trouble? Can anyone keep you out of trouble?
Well, absolutely. I think that I'm going to have to keep me out of trouble more than anybody else. You know,
so what are you doing about it?
Well, I've accepted that in order to have a different result, you have to take a different approach.
Which is?
Which is staying clean and sober. You know.
Is that hard?
Nah, not really. I mean, but I think that I understand why people are so critical of me, and I accept that. Nobody is tougher on me than I am on myself. And I'm not trying to make any excuses. You know, I accept responsibility for everything that I've done. And people say, well, how could he just make a mistake again and again? I think that it should be taken into consideration how long, prior to me being T.I., how long I had been living the life I was living.
How long?
And usually, well, I mean, since I was about 14, 15, 16 years old. And I'm 31 now, so let's say...
But did the prison break the habit?
Well, I mean, I broke the habit. I never really, I think it was more recreational than anything else, and it's just a discipline factor.
Yeah, well, you got some kids now.
6, right?
Absolutely.
You know, you got sons and you got daughters, so now you have a whole regiment you're gonna have to start living on, because you don't want them seeing that.
They never have. They never have. That's never been, you know, that's never even been. If you told my kids that, you know, their daddy did anything like that, they say, nah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 6.
6 children.
3 to 15 they are in age. I know, congratulations, you and Tamika got married, right, this past summer?
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, the summer before, not this summer, but
the summer before that.
Yeah.
But you said, and I read, that being a father is the most important thing to you, right?
It is family. Family, my children, my mother, my family, period. Everybody, my wife, everybody is the most important. Everybody in my family, and together, we all endure these pitfalls, these tough circumstances, these challenges of life, and we move forward stronger as a family together.
And you know, speaking about challenges, because you were talking about how you grew up for a number of years, you just came out with this book, riveting. It's called Power and Beauty, a love story of life on the streets, and it's written about 2 people.
But it's a novel. This is not autobiographical.
I didn't get to that, but it's written about these 2 people who are living on the streets. This is a fictional novel. Yeah. So did you base this book on what you dealt with growing up on the streets?
It was more, there were some of my experiences that were implemented in the book, but a lot more of the things I observed in my areas and in my environment, what I observed in the lives of other people that, you know, as I grew up. You know, some circumstances that I may have not been in myself, but I observed other people in those circumstances.
When did you find the time to write a novel? I mean, you didn't do an autobiography. Did you? I mean, were you doing this while you were in prison?
Yeah, I did. I did a lot of work on it while I was inside. Man, I didn't have a lot of time on my hands. It just worked out and wrote.
Why did you decide to do a novel instead of an autobiography?
Well, two reasons. One, because I think I'm too young to do an autobiography.
You had a lot of experiences,
to have an autobiography at 30, 31 years old, it just, and also I saw people, I think people expected that more so. You know, it's easier to write about yourself, but if you actually have a fiction, if you create characters and create an actual story that people can become consumed with, that's more of an attribute to your skill.
Can I ask a fast question? You're not retiring, are you?
Retiring from what? Music?
There have been a lot of rumors. I just want to put them to rest.
Nah, yeah, there'll be more music. Nah, I'm not retiring. Nah, I'm gonna do it as long as they want me to.
Well, we're hoping that the NBA doesn't retire as well. As you know, we're doing this whole like bad basketball thing because of the lockout. Do you want to shoot some hoops with us and make it a little better today?
Oh, then we can beat you. Come on.